Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be another market prep video. I am prepping for my 6th market of the year, which is crazy to say. Right now I'm in my kitchen and I am cutting out fabric. This market is another one that's in Dallas. It is the Get Lit Book Fair. I have never been to this market before, but I've been seeing it on Instagram for a few months now and decided to apply and got in. And now we have just a little over 2 weeks to prep for this market. So my goal again is 150 book sleeves. I'm gonna bring y'all along with me, of course, for all of the prep and the market as well. So let's get to cutting. I think it's November 3rd. We have 1 week until the market, but I have 5 days to finish sewing. I need to finish sewing by Friday. Well, I need to finish sewing by Saturday because we are leaving Saturday to go to Dallas. So I need to be completely done by then. And I realize I've done a really horrible job at keeping y'all updated on my progress. I just have not had a lot of time to actually sit and film like talking parts for the video because a lot of my sewing gets done really late at night. I apologize for the lack of updates, but I will let y'all know where I'm at right now. So I am kind of at the stage where everything is getting assembled, but there are kind of different stages within that stage because of the amount of clips that I have. Like I can only do so much at a time because I don't have that many clips. These are the ones that are all put together and flipped inside out. They are ready for the finishing touches. So we have probably about 30 or so in this pile. And then we have the ones that are assembled. They have the lining and the ribbon. They just need to be flipped inside out. I have 20 in this stack, and my husband usually flips these inside out for me. So that'll be his job tonight. I have these ones that are sewn together. They just need the lining and the ribbon attached. So kind of have to do this step, attaching it. I can only do like 10 or 12 at a time just from the amount of clips that I have. So I'll go through, attach those, and then start another round and kind of go through that process a few times until I get to this point where they're all flipped inside out. And then from there, I'll just continue on with that step. Last time I did this market prep, I kind of did it in batches where I would probably do like 20 or 30 at a time, where I would go through the whole process with like one batch and then basically start over and just do another batch. Whereas this one, I'm trying my best to all stay on the same step so I don't get overwhelmed. I don't get confused on where I'm at or how many I have. I just kind of want to stay all on the same step. We are going to start sewing and see how much we can get done today. I am taking a quick break because I remembered I needed to make an Instagram post. So this is where I'm going to be shamelessly plugging my new Instagram that I just made for my business. I have been trying to avoid this for as long as possible because when I first started my business, I named it the same thing that my Bookstagram was named because I didn't want to have two separate accounts when I first started, because this was something that I kind of just wanted to do on the side, do for fun, and kind of do it every now and then. But it really grew into something a lot bigger than I really ever thought. So I thought it was finally time to just make a whole new Instagram because I was feeling very limited creatively with posting, especially about my book sleeves, because I didn't want to post too much because it wasn't a shop Instagram. It was my personal book Instagram. So I didn't want to post too much and kind of like rub it in people's faces. So it was very sparse and very careful with what I posted. And then I was also feeling like, I couldn't go too much time without posting about it because it is my business. So anyways, I just decided to make a new Instagram. So it is Shop Fix Library, and you can go and follow it, and that's where I'll be posting all of the book sleeves, and if I have any new launches or new book sleeves or anything like that, any updates as far as the business goes, that will be on my shop Instagram. And then if you want any updates about like books and what I'm reading, I also post on my Instagram when I upload a YouTube video. So that is more of like my personal. You can follow both, but if you're wanting specifically information about my business, about my book sleeves, then go follow my shop Instagram, which is Shop Fix Library. I just talked for 2 whole minutes and didn't have my mic on. They're doing construction outside of my house. So sorry if y'all hear that. That's why I absolutely need my mic on. Today is November 7th, and I am officially on the finishing touches stage, I guess you could say, of my book sleeves. So I've attached all of the linings and the ribbon, flipped them inside out, sewn the hole up, and now I have to do the top stitch and then trim up the ribbons and make everything just look nice and perfect. So I'm about to get a count right now of how many that I have to do that on. My guess is around 100. and it is noon right now. So I have the rest of the day today and then until about noon tomorrow to finish up everything. Hopefully I can get them all done. I mean, I will literally do whatever it takes to get them all done, even if that means staying up all night. But you know, that's on me for putting everything off until the last minute, as always. I do have a few other things that I need to do today. I bought a market sign to hang at the top of my booth, and I need to put holes in it and the little eyelets so that I can hang it up. And then I need to put stickers on my bags, my clear bags that everything goes in. I like to have my label on the outside of it, so I need to do that. And I think that's pretty much it. Obviously pack everything up. I can't do that until the very end when I'm done with everything. But yesterday I set up my booth in the garage because I wanted to see what it would look like. I always like to do that before an event. I usually switch it up every event on how I decorate, just depending on the location and how many tables I need, if it's indoor, outdoor, things like that. So this is an outdoor event. I have 2 tables, and I really just wanted to narrow down how I wanted to decorate before I got there, so I'm not rushing and kind of in a panic trying to figure out how I want everything. I really loved how I did it. I took inspiration from a bookstore that I've seen that does markets where everything is just so clean and like laid out just nice and perfect, versus usually I kind of fan everything out or have everything kind of sporadic so you can see all of the patterns, versus having it nice and neat. So I got a few new things for my booth. I got some new like little stands, and we're gonna try out something new. This is the first time also that I've only done book sleeves. That's why I kind of needed to figure out a new setup, because usually I have purses or wallets and things like that. So trying to fill up 2 tables with just book sleeves, I wasn't sure how it would look or if I'd be able to do that, but I actually really liked how it turned out. So y'all will see that in the next video. So yeah, I'm about to count how many book sleeves that I have total, and I will report back. Just counted, the total is 127. So I think this time, normally I don't iron at this stage. I kind of just fold it and just kind of make sure everything is straight as I go. But I think this time, since I have so many, I don't know if it'll necessarily be quicker. It'll feel quicker as I'm sewing it, but I am going to iron beforehand, like trying to like fold it and sit there at my sewing machine. I can just iron it before. I think it'll end up taking the same amount of time, but as I'm sewing it, it'll go quicker. So I don't know if that made any sense, but right now I'm going to iron them all and then get to sewing. And then hopefully once I get them all sewn, my plan is just to sit down tonight and watch a movie and kind of do all of those finishing touches, because I don't necessarily need to be at my sewing machine. I can maybe actually sit on the couch and work for once. So that is my plan. Let's try and get all of this done and see how long it takes. It is Saturday, September 8th. We are all packed up, ready to go. All 150 book sleeves have been made. So I am going to end today's video here. If you are wanting to see the market and how that goes, set up, everything like that, you can check out my next video. All of that will be there in a separate vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.